This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
All right, we're back here at Tommie Rockers, baby, our Slomin's NFL draft show. And by the way, Jahan Dotson went to Washington at number 16. At number 17, Herbert gets a center in Zion Johnson at Boston College, the guard that can play center. So they have loaded up on that line there. We're awaiting the Titans, who just traded A.J. Brown. So we think that either Treylon or Christian are going to go here. They should be picking another wide receiver here. We're waiting. The pick is in. Our pick is in. Lisa Johnson is our first round pick. She is ready to go. And you can follow Lisa, by the way, on Twitter at LJ1303 and catch her exceptional work at Our Turf Football, FB, by the way, FB.com. And check it out. And of course, follow them on Twitter at Our Turf FB, also on Twitter. Lisa, how are you doing?
I am good. It has been a minute. How are you?
Very good. Can't complain. I'm in Vegas, man. I can't complain.
I know. I was going to say, how things going out there? I was all jealous. You know I was. You know I wanted to be with you. So.
Would have been good. You could have been here live with me here, sitting here doing the show a little bit here.
I got to share the love with other girls, though. You know, we got Dana out there in the pit right now getting some stuff. So we're going to be doing some live segments here after this as soon as I jump off with you. So hopefully we'll, jump in the pit with her and get some conferences and some questions going. So, and I'm excited. It's turned out this middle part after 10 years kind of got exciting here a little bit. A lot of trades.
Yeah. And it's moving too. So for guys like me that got to be here for hours talking, I kind of like the fact that it's kind of moving along here overall. And, for me, this is a happy day for me because personally, I know that Tyreek Hill's my first round pick.
Exactly.
And so
all of us.
I'm already in a good mood going into this draft, knowing what they've already done in the offseason.
Listen, you're in a good mood. You got Flo out of there. You got, you brought Hill in. We got Mike McDaniels. We got a lot to look forward to see, what goes on. And, I don't think there's a question mark on Tua. I've listened to your show. I kind of, where your stance are. You don't mind. I'm, like I said, never want a guy to fail. I want to be cautiously optimistic about this guy and be positive and, ready to roll.
No, I'm with you there. By the way, Ian Rappaport, who, by the way, you can catch him exclusively in South Florida on our platform. A.J. Brown traded to the Eagles, gets a 4-year, $100 million deal, $57 million guaranteed. So he wanted money. The Titans weren't willing to pay it because they probably wanted to wait to get another wide receiver since they got to get themselves another quarterback down the line. So I guess I'm thinking this is going to be a wide receiver here overall right now for the Tennessee Titans. Your thoughts on what's developed today so far? What surprised you?
The trades kind of going from 10 down kind of surprised me. The Lions moving back up to take a wide receiver kind of surprised me. I honestly was with everybody else. I honestly thought Malik Willis was going to come off the board at that time. So them taking the Alabama wide receiver was really surprising to me. I did not expect that. So I think a surprise for me is that of them coming back up into the 10 and taking a wide receiver at that spot. Dan Campbell, and I always said that if it's the guy you want and you think that's the guy that's going to, take it to some other levels and tiers, then you pull the trigger.
Yeah. If you have the conviction, you might as well. Mm-hmm. Were you surprised the Jets took a cornerback after Miami was loading up a wide receiver?
Not at all. We talked about that on our show, and I even tweeted that out to the ladies. We nailed it on the draft with the Jets because, one of the things is you've got Diggs, you've got Hill, you've got Waddle. You need a quarterback to compete with those guys, and it was a no-brainer with the next pick at wide receiver. So to me, it was just who they were going to take. I had Drake Landon in that spot. So, it was just at that point who's going to be available and who they're going to take. So, no surprises to me on the Jets, because this is the AFC East. You know what teams need. And, it looks like we're going to have an outstanding wide receiver core in this AFC East.
Yeah, I'm with you there. By the way, speaking of wide receivers, as expected, the Titans took a wide receiver after trading A.J. Brown. They took Treylon Burks now out of Arkansas.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I guess then that kind of makes sense because in the end, I think it's kind of like the Giants. After they told us all this and that about Daniel, they don't pick up his option. So they really don't believe in him. And I think they know that they're going to have to get another quarterback and develop another one in Tennessee. So why pay A.J. Brown now when they don't have the quarterback for the next couple of years? Trade him, get picks, rebuild, and then get this kid. That makes a lot of sense overall. I like that move. What are you expecting tomorrow from the Dolphins in that third round, Lisa? Because we all talk about it. Some of us want a lineman, a D lineman, a running back, a middle linebacker. There's all kinds of players that could be available in that third round.
I'm going linebacker. I think that is a position that we kind of need to upgrade. Let me get my notes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over the board with my notes here as far as with the draft. Oh, who did I have here? I penciled in. Oh, that's my. Sorry, guys.
By the way, make sure you follow Lisa on Twitter at LJ1303. Follow her on Twitter, supporter. She does an excellent job of covering the Dolphins on a daily basis. So who do you have as your prediction?
I like Channing Tredell, the linebacker out of Georgia.
Okay.
I kind of.
Yeah.
Yep. Another one is Leo. Keep your eye out is Leo Chandel, the linebacker out of Wisconsin. Those are kind of the two of the.
I love Chanel. I just don't think that. I'm afraid he's not going to last to the third round. Tyndall from Georgia. I think he can be there for Miami in the third round.
I think so too. And he's a strong, hard-hitting guy.
Yeah.
Oh, watch tape on him. He's, that's the upgrade position I would like to see. I'd like to go back to the trenches in the fourth. I'd like to go back in the trenches if some of the guys there. Some of the other guys were there. How about Trevor Pennington, Ohio, big dude out of Ohio? He could be there at the fourth. To bulk up some of that trenches. So those are a couple of the guys that I'm kind of keeping my eye on. But I would love to see Trudeau Hill. I'd love to go linebacker.
Yeah, Chanel is the one guy that I love him. I just don't think he'll be there by the time Miami picks. Yeah. If one of those two guys is there, I really like that. Just like I like the Georgia running back too. I don't mind him in the third or fourth rounds.
Right.
If they don't think he'll last to the fourth, then I guess you got to take him in the third because they need a little bigger back. And I had Daniel Yefusi on earlier in the week, and he brought up something interesting because Cook is one of those guys that kind of plays a little bit of what Debo does. That he has that kind of skill set, so you might be able to do some of those kind of things also with Cook from Georgia. So he's another one of those guys.
Well, and that's where you go off of Mike McDaniels and you look at some of the things that the 49ers offense has done. So I think a lot of times when you're analyzing a lot of these guys, you're kind of in your mindset of knowing what Mike McDaniels likes to do, and like I said, it was emphasized last week through Tua and everything else, that it's going to be a lot of yards after catches. So there's going to be a lot of them. So, I mean, and you look at some of these guys deeper in the draft, like you just talked about with the running back, those are some of the things that he could utilize in this offense and, put the speed there, so, I kind of agree with you. So I think some of it will go back on that to just look at some of these guys in later draft and do what's best for the team. Where can we utilize these guys running back, I think we're set at the tight ends. I think we're set at wide receiver. Obviously, I think some of it needs to kind of swap a little bit later, like you said, linebacker. Let's kind of bulk up a little bit of the defense. Show the defense some love here a little bit. So
the only thing I was thinking of also is a returner, Lisa. That in that third or fourth round, if you find a receiver, a corner, a running back that is a slash, really good returner,
more special teams there. And a special team guy there.
Yeah, that the secondary position is secondary, that he's really more of a returner, but he's a part-time DB or a part-time running back,
right?
Or like the normal returners are. that's the other thing that I think of for the Dolphins, since you did get rid of their best returner last year via trade. I still think you need a little bit of that edge. Plus, I don't want to put Tyreek Hill back there.
I don't either.
Yeah, I get it if you're trailing late in the game and you say, hey, Tyreek, we need a big return. Get him in there.
Yeah.
They used to do that with Deion Sanders. I don't have a problem with that. But I don't want him as my, primary returner.
Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, yeah, if it's late in the game and you need a spark, you can put him there, or you can put Waddle. I mean, Waddle, I think would be just as good. But like you said, that would be outstanding to pick up a nice little special teams type return guy. I agree with you 100% on that. That would be outstanding if we could do that, because we do need a little help there.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Tell them about Our Turf Football so folks can follow you, Lisa, because you do an excellent job of covering the Dolphins every day.
Yes, sir. You can follow us at ourturffootball.com, FB, like Big O said. You can find all the girls, all of us. Of course, you can find me at LJ1303. Dana O'Gorman, our chief editor, is out in the draft right now in the pits. We've got Cleveland Kate up in Cleveland. She's running our draft board right now for us, as a matter of fact, as we're going. We've also got some great things on the horizon. We have partnered with a College Gridiron Showcase. So we're going to be doing some things with Jose Jefferson down there, that the 5-day FB division that's held out in Texas. So we're going to be doing look forward to doing some of that next year, along with the Senior Bowl. So we've got a lot of great things coming up. And, like I said, and I appreciate you so much for having me on, and this is a heck of a thing you do for us. And like I said, we're your biggest fans too. So,
well, hey, listen, I'm a big supporter of yours, and I'm a big supporter of a lot of our media members, obviously, because we got a lot of them working on our platform. So yes, I'm a big pro media guy. So I want to make sure our people are always, and we do, watching what you do and so many others. You guys do a great job. So you definitely deserve the love and the platform. So
we appreciate you.
So happy for your success, and looking forward to hanging out with you over at camp and talking a little Dolphins.
Absolutely. Football. Yes, sir.
Thank you for taking some time here on draft day. I know you got to do your thing. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You got it. There you go. Lisa Johnson,